Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody can see and hear me okay. Welcome to my live photo editing stream where I edit your photos live and then also I put my image out there for you guys to edit mine. It's always a lot of fun to see what you guys do with my images. And let me just check in who's here. John Truman, Scott Mumford. Uh, Says here, apologies for Oh, okay, we'll see what you did. I did see some crazy ones when I was downloading it. And oh, hey Rob, how you doing? And Plato's here. John Truman, Lasse, good to see you. Dave Nelson, yeah. Uh, what time is it over where you are? I don't know. It's like 10 o'clock here. I'm still tired. I don't know why. I got up like at 4:30, but anyway, John Yutze, good to see you. And looks like that's everyone. Small group this morning. Oh, Randy's here. Brian's here. DeMorcan. Okay, I see. Music sound gear. Everybody's kind of rolling in now. Good. So without further ado, I've downloaded everything, I think, up to this point. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using my Photolab 5 Elite. I got to used to saying that because I had Photolab 4 for so long. I'm not sure what the upgrades were. Something to do with some masking and some metadata stuff. I haven't quite figured those things out yet, but I try to keep the editing relatively simple most of the time. And let me take a look here. Oh, Moises is here. How you doing? And Lauren, good to see you. And I did get your recent email for another video. I haven't watched it yet, but I'll check it out. Let me switch over to the right screen here. Okay, good. Hopefully everybody can see that. First up, we have one here from DeMorcan, and he's asking critique only. So EM10 Mark II with the, let's see, if I go this way, ISO 200, 13000, 12 millimeter. With the Lumix 12 to 60. So I think it was Lauren was looking at the 12 to 60. So here's an image we've taken with one. All right, so critique, Lux Row. I feel like I've seen this house before, but I don't know. They all start to look alike after when you do this for a living, right? I guess from a just looking at it as a regular photo, it's fine. It's a little bit oversaturated for my taste. And if I was doing this professionally, I would have probably stepped over to the left a little bit and got more square with the front doors because I feel like you're standing about right here. I think I would have moved over just to the left a little bit. I would have framed it the same way, but I would have moved it over to the left because I see a little bit of distortion here from maybe doing some corrections. Yeah, right in here. So as a professional architectural photo, I would have just moved over a little bit left and got more square, framed it the same way, and then just desaturate a little bit. Something like that. Maybe a little bit brighter. Pull in the highlights a tiny bit. And then the only other thing is it looks like either there's UFOs behind you flying in the sky, or these are lamps inside the building. That's a little bit distracting for an exterior photo when you can only see like these little blobs. So I might brush those out or expose the image differently if I could to try to eliminate that. These must be really bright lights to be able to shine through like that. But I can see, like right here, I can see the inside left side of this wall. So I can tell you were standing a little bit to the right and then did some distortion correction. But that's all I would do. So just a slight desaturation. It's very subtle. But I think that's all I would do, and I would deliver that to a client, no problem. Even as is the original with a slight desaturation, um, maybe just a tiny bit less contrast too, something like that. A little bit more in the shadows, and that would easily be, something I could deliver professionally. Okay, so good job. Let's take a look. Oh, this one here I was looking at just before the stream started. This is from Lasse, and we have a EM10 Mark II, 14 to 150. Great combination, F10. And dialed in a little negative exposure comp, so you're trying to definitely save some of the highlights. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So what I noticed was, I like the rocks here, and I like the rocks behind these houses over here. So we're going to have to let's bring in some of the shadow details. So let me just apply a quick preset. Okay, that's better. Just compositionally, there's nowhere for your eye to land and really hold on to and see what's in the picture. This right here, a little bit of a curve. I mean, optically, it's fine, and we have just enough detail in the shadows. Let me bring it up a little more, pull the highlights. Maybe bring in some sky detail, tad more saturation. Let's make it a tad warmer. And that might be too much. Just back it off a little bit. Still trying to find a point of interest. Let me see. Something more panoramic, maybe. Maybe just have this as the main thing. So I'm gonna come in a little closer and just fill the frame with just mostly this left half. And then either make it very gritty or go very soft. Let me enlarge that for everyone. More color. Let me do darken this corner a little bit. I don't like it. Okay. I forgot how to like not show this mask. Dang it. All right, there we go. I'm just trying to add a little depth to the image. Why is, oh, my flow is 22. A little bit too heavy-handed. All right. Yeah, let's do a little bit more in here. Okay. All right. Just look at the whole frame again. A little bit more to the right. Okay, I think that works for me. Just gonna erase a little bit here on this one. Wrong button. No, that's fine. Okay. So let's do a before and after. Maybe even, no, I can't do that. So, yeah, so the image on the left, I think in terms of exposure, you did the right thing by dialing in just a little bit of negative exposure comp. And that way we were able to save the details in the sky with the clouds, because the clouds aren't too bad. And then just bringing up the shadows and colors back in. And then just making it slightly warmer because it looks a little bit too cold to me on the left. And then I just brushed in a little bit more shadow just to give the image a little bit more depth, I guess, is the only way I can really express that. And I think now the image is about the left side of the everything on the left side, the trees and the rocks on, along this riverbank. And the houses and the stuff in the background are just not important. They're just too small. So to me, I think this works. So I think that works like that. Okay. Oh, thanks, Lauren. Hey, Valdez, how you doing? Thank you, John. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better now. Okay, let's see what else we got. This one I was looking at just before the stream. It's kind of cool, but you miss focus here. Let me see what this was shot with. This is from Scott Mumford, ISO 200 1/30th at 25 millimeters, EM1 Mark II with a 25 1.8. So yeah, you got perfect gear. And look at this. There's some dust spots in here too, it looks like. So let me just apply a quick preset for the lighting. I wonder if this almost feels like it's in a museum, like this is a backdrop, because the light coming in is a very narrow here. Like it's much brighter right here than it is over here, so it almost feels like this is in an aquarium or something, rather than a live shot in the great outdoors. Let me look at the settings again. F18 1/30th. Yeah, this had to be an indoor shot, based on the exposure too, right? So I'm guessing this was in an aquarium, because the shutter speed is so slow, and these spots might be just spots on the wallpaper on the background. So let me do my best here, because the focus is way off. It focused on the rocks here and not on the thing. These spots are annoying me. Let me just pop these out. Just a few of these. That new Luminar AI Neo would get rid of all these spots instantly. And then in terms of composition, this crab's cut off, so that crab is definitely going. And I feel like a wide shot again. Ooh, that's too much rock. Maybe that. All right, let's work with the lighting now. And let's cool it off a tiny bit. What if we go, nah, that looks terrible. Okay, I'm just trying to make up for the blurriness. So making it dark, your eyes focus more on the light instead of how blurry everything is. And then maybe just give it a little more punch in the color, or less. No, a little bit more. And then we'll add a gradient. See if I can just warm it up a little bit in the background. Some magenta. All right, and then just a couple of quick hits on this, on these spots. And I think that's it. So let me see. So there's the before and after. Gosh, it's too bad you misfocus on this one, but the lighting is so weird, right? So just making it super contrasty, I think, just takes advantage of the way the lighting is. And now your eyes are kind of going all over the rock and a little bit on the crabs, and just forgetting about the sky in the background altogether. Because the lighting on the background, it's a very cool image in the back, so I had to warm that up. But I think that looks okay overall. Oops. So there's there's the before. See, this definitely looks like an aquarium shot. When you really, when I first looked at it, I was like, wow, where'd you see this? And then after you look at the way the lighting is, you're like, something's not right. It's very warm in the front, very cool in the back, and then the lighting's uneven from left to right. So I decided to just exaggerate everything. Okay, let's go to the next one. Because even if I tried to sharpen this, it just would look weird. I could maybe run it through topaz sharpen, but that's just too far gone, I think. Oh, let me look at the EXIF data here. Something new in Photoshop or Photolab is they put the EXIF data here when you're in the photo library, but then when you go to the develop, the EXIF data is not showing anymore. So I have ISO 200 at 5.5, so wide open, I assume. Well, no, maybe not. We're at 35 millimeters. 1/640th, a little slow for bugs. 14 to 42 kit lens, so you're definitely wide open. EM10 Mark III, okay. And this is from, it says Steve Page. Okay, good job. Really good detail. I think this will sharpen up nicely. And then we'll just adjust the lighting and we'll be good. Whoops. Let me get my develop tools in here. And let's crop in. I put them standing up a little bit high. And tiny bit off the blacks. Maybe. Let's do it with a brush. I just want to get if I push the blacks up in the shadows. Okay, and then we'll warm it up a tiny bit for the shot. Actually, I'll just do a global warming. There we go. And little vignette. Let me back off this white balance a little bit. And then I'll just add a little sharpening here. Let's do a global. That's too much. Back it off a little bit here. Okay, good. A little bit punch on the vibrance. Let me fix this. This is a little bit too heavy here. Just back this off a little bit. All right. And that yellow is a little bit kind of orangey, isn't it? Let me just go in here and shift it a little bit more yellow. Okay. All right. Now I'm done. So there's the before and after. So I cropped in quite a bit and brought the lighting up, and then just got rid of all this negative space. Because there's a lot of detail in here. I just don't like to mix negative space with highly detailed shots. If it's a highly detailed shot, I like to crop in and see the detail. So that's what I did. And, with a little bit of sharpening and brightening it up so you could see the detail, I think it looks really good. I might do a tad more contrast if I were to keep editing this, but that's about 99% there for what I would do with the editing. So yeah, cool shot and really great result with a kit lens. Good settings and everything. Let's see what else we got here. John Follows sending me a tree, and this is a ISO 200 f6.3 1/160th. Wow. It feels a lot brighter than that, but okay. We're at 150 on the 40 to 150 Pro. Man, I'm this close to buying that lens myself. I traded in a bunch of my Nikon glass finally, and I got enough to buy a 40 to 150 2.8 credit at the store, but I just don't know. Anyway, okay. Wow, I'm glad you sent this in because man, look at the detail. You could do mug shots of these people and you would recognize them. I like this lens. Let's apply some optical presets. Wow, amazing detail. I like these trees up here, but this is the main focus right here. This little family enjoying the great outdoors under this tree. So I'm going to just crop in. Let's just do a simple rule of thirds. Give a little more air. Brush out that spot there. Good enough. And the focus is now on this tree and not so much the family. Let me try a vignette. That's not helping. I mean, it's probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon because the sun is not quite low enough to give us that nice golden hour look. I mean, if I exaggerate it, now it looks like a photo from the 70s. Something. See, this would have been a nice shot right here, but it's man, God, I can't believe how much detail is there. But I don't want the shot to look muddy because it is too a bit. You know, this is not the lens. This is a lot of this. I think is just a little bit of atmospheric distortion too because it's so far away. I'm at a loss here. Let me try black and white. I don't know. If the tree stood out more from the background. See, now it does. It stands out nicely. Let's just brush in a few things here. I like these dark patches here. Little specks of flowers. Let's see if I can accentuate that a tiny bit. Yeah, Randy, I did save. I have a lot of Nikon D AFD lenses that use the screw drive that I kept, and then of course vintage AI lenses. That's what I'll probably be using with it on the DF. Randy and I traded cameras this week, so he should be getting my D750 tomorrow, and I'll be getting his DF on Saturday. It looks like. All right, let me go back and focus on this. I need to I need to separate this tree somehow. Oh, that looks terrible. All right, I'm going to add some vignette, and I'm really trying to get the eye to stay right in here. It's just weird with this huge hill behind it. Maybe can I split tone this a little bit? Let me go to the red. Now let's go to blue. Let's pull the shadows in a little bit cooler. The highlights a little bit warmer. All right, let's see. I think I liked it the other way better. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. So just making it look a little bit vintage. You can do nah, not that. Where's my add a frame, and then let me just see what this looks like. Old paper. Yeah, back that off a bit. Okay. And it needs a little more magenta. I'm sorry, sepia in there. I can do it with this maybe. Sepia Terra. Back that off. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Let's do a before and after. Okay, so there's the before image on the left, and there's just not a good coherency between these trees and this tree. I mean, I kind of get it. Maybe you're trying to frame the image with this fence line and this tree line, but I just decided to simplify it and do some artsy fartsy thing to it with the old paper and sepia color, and I think that looks pretty cool. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see. Here's one, a jet ski from Phil. Okay. Man. I'm trying to think if I've ever ridden a jet ski. You'd think I'd remember if I did, but let's see what we used here. A G9 with an Olympus 40 to 150 kit Awesome. Yeah, this is a great lens too. That's why I'm hesitant to buy the 2.8, because the 40 to 150 is really good, the kit lens. Though I doubt it could do as well a job. Zuiko, ED, Zuiko. Raw. See if that works. Okay. Let's just do the basic optical corrections here. We need to straighten the horizon. If I do the auto, yeah, the auto work this time. Auto works like 50-50. And we have them in the center of the frame. I think, yeah, I need to crop this way in. Something like that. Oh, it's a little motion blur here. I think. Let me check. Let me look at the shutter speed again. I feel like, oh, 1/1000th. Yeah, it's a little bit of motion blur. Because these guys were booking. Let's warm it up. Let's just try cloudy. Maybe a little bit more, a little more magenta. And we'll find our contrast, but let's push the shadows. Pull the highlights a tiny bit. Push the color. I don't know. Something about the framing here. Let me see. Let me go down here. I wanted to see what this might look like. Ooh, that looks like crap. Yeah, I'm not sure I like any of these. All right, let's add a little more drama to the sky, even though I probably shouldn't. Just do a simple grad filter. Okay. And then the cyans, let's bring the luminance down. I think that's all I can do here. Okay, so let's do it before and after. Yeah, not much to do here. Just straighten the horizon, warm it up a little bit, then crop in, right? I always like whenever I have action shots, depending on the direction of the action, I like them going into the frame with lots of space, dead space to where they're going into, so you get some sense of where they're going, right? Because the way it was framed before, they were just in the center, which typically is the only way you can get focus, right? Is using the center point. but without getting all fancy with tracking and cluster focus and all that. Uh, and in terms of technique, the shutter speed was just too slow. You need to be at least double that speed for a high speed action shot like this. And then I think you would have had a much crisper shot. So other than that, I think yeah, that's all I can do there. So there's the before and there's the after. So I think white balance had the biggest impact on this of, bringing the image out. Okay. Let's see. I was looking at this one too. This is sorry, let me look at it. Marty McFly, ISO 3200, 1/250th at 400 millimeters. Oh, this is the 100 to 400. That's another lens I'm thinking about instead of the 40 to 150. I'm really torn. But anyway, wow, look at that ISO. That's the problem with the 100 to 400. Your aperture is 2-3 stops higher than the f2.8. So you're kind of stuck with high ISO if you're going to use that lens. Okay, not bad. I would have used a little faster shutter speed, but I guess with the IBIS and everything, and this guy's not moving, it's fine. Oh, composition-wise, let me straighten this out a little bit. Well, let me apply some optical corrections. I just like the lines in the back to be a little bit straighter. And I guess you're shooting behind a bush or something, because there's something very close to you that is kind of creating this glow down here. I mean, DXO Prime is cleaning that up nicely, I think, but I want to see a little more detail in here. Let me spot weight right in here and then push this. No, it's not helping a lot. Okay, just enough. All right, let's punch the color a little bit. And let's go shade. Ooh, too much. What was the ash shot white balance? 3, yeah, about 4,000. So let's just go to daylight. Wow. A little bit more left. Okay, and then I didn't want to do that. What happened here? Let's just focus on where the action is. And then okay. Tiny bit of brushing. Because I like the colors right in here. See if I can bring those back in a little bit. Maybe right here. It's a bit too much. All right, we're going to call it there. So let's do a before and after. So not much, just warmed it up a little bit, cropped in, and just tried to show the colors a little more all the way around in here and down in here. But the original image as is was really nice. So either way, I mean, it feels too warm. When I put it right next to the original, it just feels like mine is too warm. Let me cool it back off. I don't want to go all the way to 4,000, but yeah, that's better. Okay. So yeah, just slightly warmer. And that's it. Slight white vignette. Okay. Good shot though. Let's see. I have a blue heron from, oh, I forgot to check the EXIF data. ISO 800, f6.7, 1/125th, a little slow, but that guy's not moving, so it's okay. 14-150 kit lens. Yep, probably my favorite lens right now. I mean, it's not super sharp or anything, but sorry, let me check. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. How's the detail? Not bad. We can probably sharpen up a little bit more. But man, you nailed focus and I mean, you nailed this one. Let's just adjust the oh, this must be a JPEG. Okay, that's enough sharpening. Micro contrast. Oh, I didn't even apply my preset. Let me apply a preset real quick. All right. And we'll go back to the sharpening. Because with birds, I always like to see all the fine details in the feathers and stuff. And then we'll add a threshold of like that. Okay, right there. That's a tad over sharpened. Let's do that. Back this off. Okay, now color-wise, maybe push the orange and the deep blues. Let's raise the luminance there. And then we'll do an overall vibrance. Okay, that warmed it up pretty nice without adjusting white balance. I think, whoops, I think the blues need to be a little bluer though. Okay. Okay, and then compositionally, let me just come in a little bit tighter off that corner. A little more headroom. Okay, lighting. There. I need to get rid of some of the light in here. So let's pull the highlights down. What do we got? Clone. Okay. These were blown out down here, the highlights. So I was just brushing it out. Maybe in here too, these blown highlights. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's do repair. Come on, undo. Undo. There we go. Let's do repair. Try one more time. Nope. I need to study how to use this tool a little better because I'm not getting the effect that I want. Yeah. I'll just leave it. Okay. Almost there. A little vignette. And push in the midtones. Probably be better with a brush. Oh, that's not doing it. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Let's do before and after. So yeah, basically I just warmed it up. Not so much with white balance, but by pushing the reds and oranges in the image. And then you see how all this down here is all clipped out completely, and it's also because it's, you know, it's a JPEG. I'm not able to recover this. So I just brushed it out with, you know, other stuff so that it's not blown out. I would have liked to have done a little more up here in that respect, but I'm not quite adept at working with the clone tool on this software yet. And then of course just bringing out as much detail as I can in the bird. But now you can see that there is actually a little bit of like golden hour light hitting this bird. If you look at this branch, when you push the yellows and oranges and reds, and then shifting the blues a little bit. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Beautiful shot. Okay, let's go next one here from Marcel. We did ISO 160, f7.1, Fuji XH1. Now, Photolab 5 can now process Fujifilm, so I can stay in this software. I don't have to go to Lightroom. But I'm sorry, let me look at the EXIF real quick again. 1/80th of a second, -1/3. Okay. I just like to get an idea of how much light was on the scene versus, you know, how much the camera's trying to compensate. So it is pretty dark. So we have a path here. Some fall colors, a little bit left here. So I definitely need to crop in, and I don't care about anything here on the right side. All of the texture and interest is in this wall and this guy with his dog. So let me just do some auto correction here. Well, hold on. Let me do that, and then do this, and then do that. And then just tilt it back. Okay. Let's see what that. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Maybe. I think if I can get this whole left wall in, but then I have to bring in, I need a smaller aspect ratio. Let's do 5x4. Okay, I still don't like this side too much, but a little more grit. I may go black and white. That might help. Let me just eyeball it real quick. Yeah, I like that better. So what I need to do is fuss with the colors a little bit. Okay. Pull that in. Just make it really gritty. Okay. Let's use a automatic brush here. Why did it do that? Okay. And I think just a nice white frame. All right, I think I'll end it there. Walter says, don't pull the black so much, huh? Well, you can see how it looks. I mean, it looks a little flat to me like that. I like it. I like it nice and dark and gritty like this. Maybe push the midtones a little more. not those. Right there. Okay, let's do a before and after. Yeah, it's a little bit of a light sepia I added to it. But you see the shot on the left, it's such a gloomy day. I just need to make it more dramatic, right? So now I feel like the image on the right is just, I don't know, it's more to my taste. Nice, strong, crispy black and white image. So that's my final answer. Oh, you're welcome, Marcel. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you're here. All right, let's take a look at another one. John follows. Oh, hold on. This is ISO 200 at 4.5 1/30th, 27 millimeters on a 12 to 45 Pro on an EM5 Mark III. Man, these are some dark scenes. I guess a cloudy day, 1/30th of a second is it. I just prefer faster shutter speeds. Nice. I like this. I've never been a fan of just all green moss on a tree myself. I know Thomas Heaton and those guys like that stuff, and Simon Baxter, and I'm personally not a fan of these kinds of trees with moss all over them. I usually just go black and white. Yeah, I'm gonna go black and white. And again, that's just personal taste. Let me pull that. Let's crop in. Oh, I didn't even apply my my optical presets here. So let's start over. Let's just crop in. Get rid of the foreground, background. Okay. Definitely don't want. Oh, the lighting is actually interesting here. It's really strong right on the tops. Let me go back to color. Maybe I can do something with that. Let me see. Nah. I just don't like green. Okay. Green is like my least favorite color. Let me get a regular brush. Get rid of some of this and this. Okay. I've been digging the white frame. And I wonder, let's try ferric. Yikes. Gold. Actually, this is what I was thinking about in the color version, but I didn't see it until I hit that sepia button down here on the split toning. Let me balance this a little bit. Yeah, this is actually, when I tried the color earlier for a split second, this is what I was thinking, and it didn't show until I clicked this. That's interesting. I like this better than the black and white. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's go with that. Let's see how that looks. All right, so there's the before and after. This image on the left is just a flat green, almost the entire image. So I just wanted to focus on where the light was and the least amount of clutter. So that's why I grabbed just these two branches and then tried to crush everything around it, except for this. I like this little bit of fall color right here, this kind of nice little accent, and just a faint hint or glow back here. Ooh, one more thing I can do is I want to make that a little more glowy. Let me see if I can do that real quick. A little less feathering. I want to make this a little more glowy right in here. So if I pull the sharp, wait, come on. Let me see if I pull the sharpness down a bit. Let me think about this for 1 second. And then a little more red. Just to complement that green. How about the hue? No, forget the hue. I don't know anything about color. A little more warmth back there. And then we'll just add it here. And a touch here. And here, and here. A little bit in here and here, down here. A little bit more right there. Just to carry the light from the front, from the back of the image all the way to the front, just to carry it down in here. And it needs a little more. A little more warmth here. All right, now I'm done. Okay. Not quite. One more thing. Let me just pull it back. because I added the warmth. I don't need it to be brighter. And then just a touch on these leaves. All right, if I do any more, I'm gonna mess it up. Okay, so that's the there's the before and after. Wow, I think that came out good. Again, everything I said before about cropping and getting rid of all of this distractions in here and just focusing on the light that's hitting this branch and this branch. Forget about this sky, right? And just, I wish I could soft focus this a little better back here, but that's pretty much it. I think that looks really good. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's for later. Let's see, John Truman. Let me look at the EXIF. ISO 1600, 1/125th. Yeah, it's dark. EM5 Mark II, 14 to 42 kit lens. All right. Yeah, I saw a lot of your photos, John, on Flickr with all of the airplanes and stuff. They were really cool. So this is from that set. Let me just do that. Okay, so the light's in the wrong direction. It'd be nice if the light was hitting the front here. So what I'm going to do, what color is this floor? This floor is kind of a yellow. I wonder if I can just darken this floor. Not desaturate, but darken it and shift it. Nah, it's fine with the yellow, but let's brighten up the reds. Ooh. Okay. All right, compositionally, I want to try to I need to find something. The problem is we have the markings here, but it's next to this clutter back here. What I'd like to do is just black out everything on this left side. I'm just messing around right now. I just want to get a feel for what might be possible. Yeah, we're getting there. Let me pull these down. Yeah. All right. Let me just go with a very small flow. 10%. Pull the opacity down. Okay, not quite that much. That's opacity. Oops. Yeah. I'm just going to bring this in just slowly till I get the lighting that I want. This wing. Oops. And this wing. Right here, and then some here. A little bit there. What if I do this? There we go. Right there. Right there. No, right here. Right here. Right here. Come on. Undo that. There we go. Let's okay. Then do kind of the same thing up here. Hold on, let me look at the thing again. Okay. A little stronger. Oh, it's too much. Okay, I lost my place. I need to be a little more here, a little more there. Okay. I think right here. Oops, I missed. Yeah, it was too low. Okay, I'm almost there. All right, let's do the wheels. All right. Opacity. Come on. There we go. Maybe I'm just wasting my time here. Well, I'm destroying this image. Okay. I'm going to call it here soon. What I might do is why is this? Oh. Yeah. I want this one. I want a brush. That's a feathering. All right. I don't know how long I spent on that, but probably too long. Uh, this- all right, I'm going to call it there. Uh, well, a little bit of adjustment here. And a little bit of desaturation. So basically, I just tried to age the photo, but I worked too hard at it. Probably there's a art filter that'll do that in one click, but that's my before and after. So the before image to me, yeah, it looks like just a shot in a hangar, but it's just not very interesting. Um, gosh, I need to pull this back a little bit. I don't want to lose all the red in the plane. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. So yeah, so I made it look like this. I wish I had more time to play with the lighting a little bit. This paper framing doesn't work either. I think I'll just leave no frame at all. And that's all I can do. If I really took some time, I could probably get it to the way what's in my mind, but I don't want to I don't want to spend like an hour on this, you know. So anyhow, all right. You've aged too. um, and then Rick says I'm pretty much on the right track. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, all the lights switched off. Yeah, there was too much light in the room also. So I was just trying to make it look like light was coming in from different places through cracks and stuff that might be in the windows, like through broken windows and things like that. But I just don't have the time to kind of get it to that look. You know, like I would definitely get rid of this. Um, that's distracting right there. And yeah, that didn't work. But anyhow, that's the direction I would go is try to make it look like it's dark and then with lights coming in through broken windows and things. And then I think this will give it a little more interesting look to it than just it's sitting in a hangar. All right. We're down to the last two. These should be quick. Selective color red, maybe, but you'd still have to deal with the light, right? In the rest of the room. The rest of the room was very bright. Um, I have to look into that. I've never really used selective color, but if I could do selective color and then make everything else black, that would be kind of cool. Then I can kind of build up from there. But anyhow, that's an interesting idea, Walter. I have to give that some thought. Um, man, I'm getting hungry. Look at this. It's a burnt hot dog or something. God, that looks good though. And I love the Christmas or holiday kind of look to the background and the winter. And this is really pretty good as it is. I don't think I would change a thing. Let me just look at the EXIF. ISO 800, 1/10 of a second. Wow. EM5, the original with a 12 to 40 Pro. Nice. This is awesome, Joni. I don't see anything I would change here, to be honest. I mean, if I'll just apply some optical corrections here. Because yeah, there's a little bit of distortion, but everything looks, I feel like I'm right there about to eat this hot dog. So that's why I think this image is almost already perfect. Maybe crop out this one blurry dude here on the left. This is motion blur here on the left. That's the only correction I think, or distraction in the image that I would make. Is that. But other than that, this photo does, this photo is making me really hungry, which is not hard to do, but I just feel like I'm there. I can't think of anything to do to this image. It's pretty much perfect. Push the highlights a tiny bit just to give it a little more dynamic range because it's a little bit flat, right? And that's it. Now we have a little more contrast or dynamic range in the scene, but that's a great shot as is. And I'm not kidding. It's really good just the way it is. Just a slight crop on the left. I mean, I guess we can do it before and after. Not that it really needs it. But yeah, I just pushed the highlights a tiny bit and cropped out this one blurry guy because you're at 1/10 of a second. But yeah, I like that shot. It's perfect the way it is. All right, let's see. We got one here from Lauren. Let me look at the EXIF real quick. ISO 3200. Wow. F2 1320. So yeah, this is like twilight hour kind of ISO and shutter. Well, your shutter speed's kind of high, so maybe not. It's just evening. Canon RP with the 51.8. All right, very good. Yeah, see how bright it is up here? I knew it from the shutter speed. It's not quite. This would be awesome at twilight if this was all blue. So let me just do a quick optical correction, if any. Doesn't really need any. Yeah, this is hurting. I want to try to get rid of that sky. Let me do a quick perspective correction. If that doesn't jack it up too much. And a slight. See if I can get rid of some of that bright sky. Okay, I like that a little better. Now this line here kind of leads the eye into the scene. You don't have this super bright sky distracting you. Pull the highlights a little bit. A little bit of a heavy vignette this way. Let me pull the oranges back a little bit. If I go the other way, no. Okay, a little push on the shadow. And I think that's it. Let me see. You see, too much wall for Dave. Rick is hungry now too. Tony liked the lamp. I just took the light out. That's true. Let me look at that light again. I like the lamp a little bit. But it's turned, well, it is on, but it's not adding any really light to the scene here. I think, I mean, I could go on this side. I mean, this is a little more intuitive. Because, you know, I walk on the right side up to things. But yeah, I like the other side better. I like this brick wall and this very strong line. I think I'll go with this. I mean, I could light paint and do things like that, but I'm not getting. I don't want to spend too much time on it here because but I could brighten that. Give it a little more opacity. And then just cool it off so it looks more like nighttime. All right, I'm going to leave it there. The main thing with this image is the composition. It just felt there was too many things in the scene. You know, the very bright sky in the top left. You know, this lamp is bright, but then everything is dark. This is too bright up here competing with the lamp. But I like the texture in the walls here. I like this strong line going here. So the main thing is I just cropped it basically. But if I was going to light paint, I would darken the scene a lot more than just start light painting these individual lights onto this bicycle so it's more prominent. Because to me, this is the subject right here, but it's just not in the right place in the frame. But okay, I'm going to call it there. And let me just catch up on some of the chat. I know you guys are. I like the feel, because Lauren is here. I like the feel of the longer, and this is Lauren's image. As for the light, it is what it is. Yep. As in the opposite lights of the life of the moment. So he likes the feel of the longer walk. I guess, yeah, that makes sense because I shortened it quite a bit. The only thing I could do is move this crop down, down here, and go this way. Let's come up here. I mean, that helps a little bit. But okay, let's look at what you guys did with my image. These are, wow. So where's my image that I sent you guys? It's in here. I'll try here. Here's the original image. So I took this with my TG5 with the Photo Club with David Crooks last week or the week before. And, these are the columns at the DC Arboretum. I don't think I really added this picture much myself, but I like the brush here and the columns and the colors of the trees. I didn't like this trail. So I was trying to do something with this, but I just never got around to it. So let's go ahead and see what you guys Dave. Happy holiday season. Thank you, Dave. See, Dave saw the same thing I did, right? This brush here and the lighting and the columns, then got rid of everything else and added some lighting. So I like this edit because you're seeing the same thing. I guess same thing everybody's seeing maybe. But oh wow, this is a reflection shot converted. So whoever did this didn't like all the brush at all. Who is this? Scott Mumford. So Scott didn't like any of the brush and just replaced it with the reflection. But that's cool. Because actually there is a pond in front of this these columns, but you have to be standing over a little bit further left and higher to see it. And let's see, this is from Scott Mumford again. So in this case, Scott just kept the brush, but greened it all out. Okay, this is a good edit. It's a little too green in here now, but I get it. This is from Scott Mumford. Wow, you went to town on this one, didn't you? All right. So yeah, same deal. He didn't like this trail and these people over here on the right. That's cool. It's kind of like you're looking through a cheesecloth or something with this. All right. One more from Scott. I like this the best so far of all the edits you did. This gives it a nice vintage feel. I like it. Added some grain and sepia, of course. Very nice. And then let's see, Scott did a winter scene. It's funny, is like Photoshop, you push a button, it'll make it winter. I tried it on a few images. That's probably what's happening here. But it's pretty cool. Of course, now the columns look like they were just kind of placed there, like as a composite, rather than actually really being there in the image. So, yeah. But yeah, the Photoshop is really neat how it does this. But I don't know, these columns here, they look like a composite now rather than part of the image because the color's so different. And Surge, oh, this is cool. Like if I didn't know what this was already, I'd be like, wow, this is really cool. And I like the wide framing too. And one here from DeMorcan. Oh, a little diorama effect. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess you had to brush out the diorama effect on the columns themselves, but yeah, I like this. And let's see, DeMorgan did another one. Yep. Now the columns look like they're part of the winter image, because they're all the same nice, cool color. Gosh, I don't look forward to winter. This one is from, I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh, another one from Surge. Okay, so this is more of a monochromatic version with some yellow highlights. I like the other one, the full color. That was kind of cool. And this is from the Morgan. Ooh, oh my God. He titled this Recover Detail. I think he recovered too much. Wow. Wow, that's really strong. But okay. Oops. This looks like the same thing. Yeah, that's really biting. That one's got a lot of bite. Oops, sorry. So who is this? This is from DeMorcan. All right. So this is basically the same image as before, but in color. Wow. I like gritty images, but this is too gritty for me. Probably will print out nice though. Here's one from Joni. Okay, mild diorama effect here. And a little bit of color editing, but it's nice. A little bit of teal and orange. Okay. I think this gold or uh, framing here kind of sets the tone of the image. So I like that. Oh, excuse me. And then that's the original. Here's one from Marty McFly. Yeah, I like this. This has got a very infrared feel to it, right? The red tones. I like it. And let's see, one from John Follows. Oh, this is a nice crop. Just the stairs leading up to a few columns and the tree background. So just simplifying it. And the way this cloud is, this is a trail from a jet, I assume. But it almost looks like there might be a moon or something in the background. So this could be like one of those Stargate episodes where they visit a planet with a huge moon in the daytime. All right, and this is from John Follows again. Just doing some distortion effects there. So this is done usually by getting a brush and pushing in different places on the image. It's okay. I'm not a fan. It's just weird. This is what it looks like as you approach the columns through the Stargate. But then once you come out, everything straightens up, right? God, I'm so trying to finish the 10 seasons of Stargate. I'm almost done. Steve Page. I like this. This is interesting. Interesting edit on the detail here. Sorry, I just had to punch in and get a little closer. It's kind of a very soft but still highly detailed image. This is interesting. I like this one. And the white framing, yep, I like it. This will really print nice. That's really nice. That was Steve, I think, right? Yeah, nice. I like that a lot. And this is from Phil W. Oh, just the columns cut off here, going to the top. So you split the horizon. And these reds, this reds and this blue just don't mix too well here. I don't know, I'm trying to see. It's okay. I'm because I know the rest of the column is there. I'm kind of missing that though. And then let's see, John Truman. Oh, vintage. I like the framing. And yeah, it's very soft. So this looks a little bit like, I think if we could have squared it off, this could look like a maybe an old 645 large format type film that we used to do, or one of those Polaroids, black and white Polaroids. Yeah, nice. Okay. Let's see. Here's one from Marcel. Wow. This is a tough one to light paint because you have so many columns, right? That are very distinct. Normally I really like what you do with the images, Marcel, but this one was tough, is all I can say with the light painting. It's just too dark, and then whatever's lit is not that interesting, right? It's just columns. So I don't think this image is a good candidate for this kind of editing, but it's still not bad though. I think something could be done here. Okay. And let's see, another one from Marcel. So Marcel just embraced this trail over here in this case. I like this a lot better. I mean, I didn't like this trail with the whole frame, but I like it when you know, as a vertical and then just using the trail to lead your eye into the frame. So this is good. And being dark here is okay because the previous image, you know, we didn't have anything leading your eye into the frame, but I think this one, with this trail leading your eye into the frame and into the light, now this makes a lot more sense the way you light painted this. So I like this one. Phew. Boy, that's a lot. Okay. I'm exhausted. those were some tough edits today, man. But hopefully you liked them at least, or saw the kind of the direction I went with them. I mean, man, they're great images too. I tell you, you know, sometimes when you first look at them, when I was first looking at them after I downloaded, I'm like, wow, these are going to be rough today, you know. But there were actually a lot of great images there. All of them were great, actually. It's just a matter of just editing them to taste. And again, it's all subjective, right? So don't take my edits as being anything there. Like I said, I don't have a great eye all the time. A lot of times I look for something that I like, some element, and then I try to emphasize that and make that the focus of the shot. So we'll do this again next week, I hope. I'm a little bit out of practice live editing, so this was good practice for me again today to get out there and edit your shots. And I think next week, I think it was Lauren, but someone suggested that you guys send in 2 images that we'll talk about during the live stream, not the photo editing live stream, but like your final edited images sent to me, like your best of your best or whatever. And you can tell us a little bit about that image. Maybe you can come in as a guest and talk about it. And then I can kind of give my feeling or impressions. that I get from the image. It's not going to be a critique or anything. It's just going to be strictly, what is the story in this image? What is what is it? What is the art? Just something, right? Like what is this image about? What does it do for you as a viewer? So look for the links to submit those images. I may use the same form that I use for the live streams, but I can't. I have to use a different one. So the intent is very clear, is that I'm not going to edit them and I'm not going to critique them. I'm just going to give you my impression of how that image, if the image is telling a story, what do I see, or how does it make me feel? Those kind of things, right? And then you can share your story about how you took that image and maybe how you edit it, etc. But all right, you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to go to Conowingo Bay tomorrow morning with Walter and maybe David Crooks. I got a message out to him to come out, so hopefully he'll be there. We'll get some more eagle shots. But either way, thanks for watching today. We'll see you guys again next week.